Hey fellow developers, you've integrated TelemetryDeck and data is starting to flow in. Now what? I'm Cihat from TelemetryDeck, and today I'm going to walk you through the built-in charts that ship with every app. No custom queries needed. These charts are designed to answer the questions app developers actually ask. Let me show you what you can learn without sending any custom signals. When you first open your TelemetryDeck dashboard, you'll see a few tabs at the top. The Dashboards tab is where your custom charts live. But check out these other tabs: Overview, Customers, and Metrics. These are built-in charts and they're already populated with data from your app. The Overview tab shows you high-level metrics like daily active users, total users, user retention, and version distributions. The Customers tab organizes your user journey analytics around a framework called Pirate Metrics. The Metrics tab provides technical insights like device types, errors, localization, and accessibility. Each section is designed around a specific product decision you might need to make. Let me walk through each one and show you how actually you can use them. The Customers tab organizes your analytics around a framework called Pirate Metrics: acquisition, activation, retention, and revenue, AARRR. This helps you see the complete user journey, how users discover your app, experience the value, and come back regularly and even generate revenue. Let's walk through each stage. Click on the Customers tab and you'll see Acquisition as the first section. This shows how many new users discovered your app. TelemetryDeck automatically sends a TelemetryDeck Acquisition New Install Detected signal on first launch, so you get new user tracking without any extra code. You'll see several charts here that answer key questions. First, new user counts over time, hourly, daily, weekly, monthly, so you can answer, is my user base growing? Device and platform distribution charts show which devices new users install on, helping you decide where to focus testing and optimization. Geographic distribution shows where new users are located, critical for planning, marketing campaigns, and deciding which regions to target, or evaluating if your marketing efforts are working in specific markets or regions. Time patterns reveal when users discover your app, by hour of day, day of week, even seasonal patterns, helping you time your marketing and product launches properly. Next is activation. Are new users experiencing your app's core value? TelemetryDeck tracks activated users, those with at least 5 minutes accumulated usage time within their first 5 sessions. This is time-based actual engagement, not just clicking through onboarding. The built-in logic uses averages across apps to give you a general picture. For exact activation metrics specific to your app, you'll want custom dashboards. The Activation tab has the same chart structure as Acquisition, but filters for activated users instead of new users. You'll see daily, weekly, and monthly activated user charts showing how many users are experiencing your app's core value over time. Time pattern charts reveal when users typically get activated, best hours and days for successful first experiences. Device distribution shows which platforms provide the best activation experience, helping you spot if certain devices have activation issues. And geographic charts show where users are most successfully experiencing your app's value, which regions and languages correlate with higher activation rates. The retention section answers a critical question. Are users coming back, or do they use your app once and never return? This dashboard focuses on returning users, those with more than 5 sessions. Just like acquisition and activation, you'll see the same chart structure, but now we're filtering for returning users who've become regular users. Daily, weekly, and monthly returning user charts show how many of your users are becoming regular returning users over time. Time pattern charts reveal when returning users typically engage with your app, when loyal users are most active, helping you schedule updates and communications. Device distribution shows which devices retain users most effectively, spotting if certain platforms have retention challenges. And geographic charts reveal which regions show the strongest user loyalty, which markets and languages correlate with long-term engagement. The revenue section gives you an overview of your app's financial performance. Now, it's important to know this tracks new purchases, not exact recurring revenue, since tracking recurring subscriptions would require more work. But it gives you a solid overview of purchase activity. You'll see revenue broken down by purchase type, subscriptions versus one-time purchases. Revenue by country shows which geographic markets generate the most income. And revenue by currency helps you understand your international sales distribution. Revenue by platform shows whether iOS, macOS, or other platforms drive more purchases. Now let's switch to the metrics tab and look at errors. This is one I check almost every day. If you're using TelemetryDeck.error occurred in your app, which is an SDK function, all those errors show up here. The frequency chart shows which errors occur most often, helping you answer what are the most common errors and prioritize fixes. The history chart reveals when error rates spiked, helping you correlate errors with releases or backend changes. Errors are sorted by frequency, so you can fix what impacts the most users first. You can even see errors occur on specific devices or platforms, revealing issues that only affect certain configurations. Now, this isn't a replacement for crash reporting tools like Crashlytics, but it's way more powerful for errors to catch before they crash. Network failures, validation errors, API issues, stuff that degrades the experience but doesn't crash the app. Those are often more insidious than crashes, and these charts help you catch them. The localization section shows critical language and regional data. The preferred device language chart shows what languages users have set on their devices, revealing demand for localization. By comparing preferred language to current app language, you can see gaps where users want a language you don't support yet. The region chart reveals geographic distribution, helping you decide where to focus marketing and localization efforts. If there's a big gap between preferred language and app language, users are settling for a second choice because you don't support their preferred language. You'll also see layout direction data, showing how many users need right-to-left text support for languages like Arabic. Since localization can be expensive, these charts tell you exactly where it would have the biggest impact instead of localizing blindly. The accessibility section shows which accessibility features your users rely on. The preferred content size chart shows text size distribution, from default size L on iOS to target sizes like XL, XXL, or XXXL. You might be surprised to learn that around 33% of users rely on larger dynamic type settings than the default. That's a third of your users who need bigger text for readability, and your UI needs to adapt. You'll also see bold text usage, typically a few percent of users who need stronger text contrast. Reduced motion shows users sensitive to animations, important for anyone who gets motion sickness from parallax effects. Reduced transparency reveals users who need less UI transparency for better readability. Differentiate without colors tracks users who can't rely on color alone to distinguish UI elements, critical for colorblindness support. This makes accessibility concrete. You can see exactly how many real users need these features, making it easier to justify the development time. The devices and versions sections help answer platform support decisions. The platform and device type charts show iPhone, iPad, Mac, Apple Watch, and visionOS distribution. If 80% of your users are on iPhone and only 5% on iPad, you know where to focus your optimization efforts. By seeing what percentage of users are on older hardware, you can make informed decisions about minimum device requirements. Next, system version breakdown. This shows what percentage of users are on each iOS version. That cool new API that requires iOS 16 or 17? If 2% of your users are still on iOS 15 or 16, now you know the cost of using it. Maybe that's worth it, maybe not, but at least you have the actual number to make an informed decision. Finally, app version distribution. This shows which version of your app people are actually running. By watching this chart over time, you'll see how quickly users adopt new versions. If you see a lot of users stuck on an old version, something worth investigating. Maybe they can't update because their device is too old, or they're refusing to update because the new version broke something they relied on. Both scenarios are worth investigating. Now, let's be honest about what these built-in charts don't cover. They show you aggregate patterns, not user-specific journeys. You can see that 30% of users complete onboarding, but not which specific users or what path they took. They don't show you custom feature usage unless you're sending events for it. Built-in charts track what we thought most apps would need and what we could track automatically, but your app has unique features that need custom tracking. For those custom analyses, you'll want to create your own dashboards using our query system. But honestly, these built-in charts will answer 80% of your product questions without any custom work. So you saw that these built-in charts are designed around decisions. Should I localize? Can I drop iOS support? Is my onboarding working? Use them when you're making product decisions, not just randomly checking metrics. I've got another video showing how to create custom dashboards for your specific features, including exact activation metrics for your app. But you would be surprised how many questions these built-in charts already answer. Thanks for watching and happy coding!